Hello, everybody. Your boy here, Apollo from Down, Down, Up, Up. And first things first, I hope everybody has and or currently having a lovely holiday. It's been a hot minute. We just got through our Christmas reviews. Ton up on the channel right now. If you'd like to go debate some more, even though the season's just about done and there's mere hours left of 2021. But that's not what we're here for, is it? No, because we've got a pay-per-view tomorrow night called WWE Day 1. Now, let's be honest, it's Day 1-ish, but gonna let that slide for now. We didn't get TLC this month. So what do we get? We get a pay-per-view kicking off the year even before the Royal Rumble, which we haven't had since 2007, I believe. New Year's Revolution, that old pay-per-view, early January. So now we get Day 1. I'll be honest, the card is somewhat appealing to me. I'm excited for some of the things going down, but we got a bit of a problem. Not exactly sure if we're going to get everything. I've waited as long as possible to make my predictions, thinking that there were going to be some changes put in. I am glad I did, though, because the kickoff match was announced. But besides that, even though certain people have been kept off of television, live events, and other appearances, things seem to be going as planned. Now, can we trust WWE? I don't know. Can they make up for any mistakes? Well, obviously you can, but will they? That's the real question. Because we know that WWE knew that Sasha Banks was not going to be at SummerSlam against Bianca Belair, and instead we got Becky Lynch coming back. Is there something like that going to happen here? Don't know. We're going to find out. I'll give you my thoughts on what could and couldn't happen, and this will be one of the strangest prediction videos we're going to get, just because we're not really sure what we're going to get. So here we go. Here are my predictions for WWE Day 1. Now, as I said, a kickoff match has been announced. Let's run through that. We have Cesaro and Ricochet taking on Ridge Holland and Sheamus. This one seems a bit too easy in my opinion. I'm going to be going for Sheamus and Ridge Holland on this one. Even though it's the kickoff, Cesaro did screw Sheamus out of his chance in the gauntlet match, as Ridge Holland screwed his chances against Sheamus in that, but I think the heels are going to be taking this. As nice as it would be to see Cesaro and Ricochet get a much-needed win, even though it's just the kickoff, I can't trust WWE that far, and it seems like Sheamus and Holland have plans to at least stay somewhat relevant together for the next little bit, so gonna go for the heels on this one. My perfect world, Cesaro turns on Ricochet, Sheamus turns on Ridge Holland, and the Bar reform and reconfigure things. It's not gonna happen, but boy, it'd be a good feeling in my heart if I get to see that. But going for the heels. Now, we have 7 matches still announced for the main show. I'm a bit disappointed only 7. I feel like other things could have made it, including Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental Championship. Not sure when that's going to happen, but it is set. Ziggler and Priest, again, for the United States Championship because of the disqualification on Raw. I thought they would move this to a rematch on the pay-per-view. Did not happen. Boo-hoo, again, a bit disappointed on that. And I guess a few other small things that could or could not have made it. One more I'm going to go on, AJ Styles and Omos. I'm really not sure anymore what the whole deal with them is, and I'm not going to get into what I don't know, but I am surprised that that did not get make for the pay-per-view. Now let's go into the pay-per-view. We have, hopefully kicking off, Drew McIntyre and Madcap Moss. This could be hilarious simply because it's on the card just for a 5-second match, honestly. I think that'd be a good sort of feel, like let's set the record already for the new year. Bell rings, Claymore kick, 1, 2, 3, McIntyre wins. Maybe if it was Corbin, I'd be inclined to think that this would be a screw job, but I really don't understand Moss beating McIntyre unless something ridiculous occurs to get there. I'm going to go for McIntyre. I feel like it's the easiest match on the whole card to predict, so let's sort of keep our fingers crossed on that. If something happens, oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Also interesting, whoever picks Moss and gets to gloat. Let's move on to the rest, though. So that was 1. I'm trying to get this in my head again. There's 6, and I think 5 of them are already championship matches, right? We've got the 2 World, we've got the 2 Tag, and we've got the Raw Women. So let's get into outside of championship business. Edge and The Miz. This could also kick off Day 1. I don't think it should, but it could. I was a bit disappointed not to see Beth Phoenix on Raw. I really thought they were going to change this last minute and do a mixed tag team match, which I guess they could still later down the line. Instead, Edge giving a brood bath, which was kind of cool. It was also cool to see Eric Bischoff, and Edge and Miz on the mic have been pretty good. The match itself, ooh, boy, I would not mind to see Miz get this here through some shenanigans. And then they do what I suggested, bring Beth Phoenix in. But I don't know if I can go with that because I don't really see a benefit to Miz winning in the long run, and that's sort of how I book. I'm going to go with Edge. I think it's going to be a nice little match. I don't know if it's going to be anything too special, but should be good. I'm going to pick Edge. Pick Edge. Get his momentum going towards the Royal Rumble, where I assume he will be in the Royal Rumble match. Or maybe he'll get a WWE Championship match at the pay-per-view. We'll see what we get, but I'm going to pick Edge. Now let's get into some tag team and heavyweight championship business. SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Usos, New Day. New Day have been picking up a lot of side wins over the Usos lately. They've already beat them 2-on-2, and they just got another win over the six-man tag, teaming up with McIntyre against Usos and Moss. I would think, this being day one and reference to day one-ish, that the Usos are not quite done being SmackDown Tag Team Champions yet. This should be a lovely time because these teams never disappoint us, but the Usos should not lose at this show. It's not going to look right, in my opinion. I think the Usos will hold on. I can see New Day getting it at some point, or New Day lose here and sort of get shuffled to the side again. I hate to say it, it's not like they're going anywhere with King Woods. That was a moment personally for us that we needed to see. We got it, we are thankful for it, but I'm not sure if WWE are going to do anything else with the gimmick at the moment in terms of a push. So I'm picking the Usos to hold on. Street Profits and RK Bro, on the other hand, that'll be another lovely little clash of things. I was gonna go with the Street Profits getting a lovely little sneaky title change to go here, considering there was a tournament to get here, if you want to call it a tournament, like winning, 2 matches. But then I thought about the match. The finish looks so obvious. It's gonna be Ford floating around in midair to do his frog splash into an RKO. I'm sorry, that is screaming out to me more at the moment. I am picking RK Bro to retain the Raw Tag Team Championships. I can see this one going the other way more than I can see the New Day beating the Usos. But when it comes to my predictions, at least, I am picking both Tag Team Champions to retain, respectively. Now, the WWE Championship match. This one, oof. We thought it was so simple at first. Big E, Seth Rollins, but nope, Kevin Owens finds a way to sneak in. And I'll admit, as disappointing as it was to see WWE turn him heel, and you would think put him back in the gutter, his attitude being a heel again has been so much fun to watch, and I forgot how much I missed it. He found a way in, triple threat, but no, Bobby Lashley. He decimates all 3 of them in one night to get his way into this match. Here's the problem though, Seth Rollins unfortunately is suffering from COVID-19 at the moment. Hopefully, he will be able to make a full recovery in time for the show. And I was thinking about picking him for this match, but now I'm uncertain if he's going to be there. I'm also really leaning towards Kevin Owens because he was the only one who really got the limelight on Raw. I understand because of circumstances, but what a lovely surprise it would be to see Kevin Owens win the WWE Championship. But I don't have enough faith, but that's not saying a bad thing. Whatever we get will hopefully be fun. I'm taking the safe route here. I'm picking Big E to retain the championship. I can see him losing it here, but considering one of my other predictions later, I think Big E is safe and will at least get to the Royal Rumble as WWE Champion. I'm not sure if WWE are going to get him to WrestleMania or not, but it's been nice having him as champion, so I think he'll get this pay-per-view win at least. Because unofficially, Big E has not retained on a pay-per-view yet. I am not counting Crown Jewel as a pay-per-view, unfortunately. So, Big E, keep the championship. Not sure who they'd give him the win over, but that's my prediction. 2 matches left. Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan. Yeah, this one's not easy. Becky Lynch has already beat Liv Morgan via shenanigans to keep the championship, but you know she's currently married and had a child with Seth Rollins, who is suffering from COVID-19 at the moment. So is Becky going to be here, or is this match going to get postponed? Or is there going to be a last-minute substitute? Because let's be honest, there are a few women who I'd like to see return ASAP January. I would think the Rumble, but maybe, just maybe, we'll need them at day one. And those two women at the moment are Asuka and Bayley. If they can find a way to sneak in through, I am picking any surprise for this match to win if the title's not on the line, or if it is, I am picking a surprise to win if coming. If it stays Becky and Liv, as annoying as it is, I don't trust WWE still the same. I am going to pick Becky Lynch to keep the championship. This is going to make fans angry, and I think people should be expecting this. I can't see Liv doing it. If they were going to do it, I would have suggested the Raw. They didn't. I don't think Becky's done with it. Just because, again, going back to who I think's coming back, I think Becky Lynch and Asuka are going to be jumping back into a program for the championship. And when you think back to last year or the year before, it works. Think about it. Becky Lynch to keep the championship if she makes it. If not Liv Morgan. I'm sorry. I hope she gets her due, but I don't see it happening at day one. Now let's get into the Universal Championship match. Okay. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. So Paul Heyman's out of the picture, is he? Or is he? You never know with Paul Heyman. Oh, they've done a really good job making me believe. And I can't really believe I'm saying this, but maybe just because it's WrestleMania season. And the fact that they're doing this match again, because we did it at Crown Jewel, now we're doing it again. I'm gonna pick Brock Lesnar. I don't know. It's so hard to call right now, but Brock going back into WrestleMania as champion is something WWE love doing. I'm really not sure what's going to happen to Roman if he loses the title. Does he go away? Does he get an instant rematch at the Royal Rumble and possibly wins the championship back from Lesnar if this is sort of a joke spurt? Then again, he's close enough to beating Lesnar's reign with the title. Why take it away from him now? But it's WWE. They love answering those questions for us with silly reasons. And I do love Brock Lesnar being on TV, doing more, like he can. And maybe now WWE are finally realizing how good Lesnar is if you just let him be himself, doing his own stuff. My perfect prediction for this is Paul Heyman and the Usos just flog off, and we have Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns with no interference, and Brock just wins. Roman winning is not a surprise to me. It's not a downer to me, even. But there's just something about this match that is making me pick Brock Lesnar in this video right now. So there you go. If my predictions are correct, I have one championship changing hands on this show, and that is the Universal Championship. There it is. Doesn't sound like I'm confident. I'm really not even confident if this show is going to happen or not, depending on who can and can't make it. But there you go. It's exciting enough. I am looking forward to the show. That is one thing that is definitely keeping me in suspense. This is something I'm looking forward to. The whole show I am looking forward to. But there it is. Have a lovely New Year's Eve, everyone. I will not keep you any longer. I'll see you in 2022 for my results and review video. Keep it real.